Unit 25. Addressing people correctly.
In most American and British companies, it is perfectly acceptable to call people by their first name in the majority of cases.
However, there are other national cultures, for example German, where it is more likely to use a title, perhaps doctor, followed by their surname.
If you're not sure, it's probably best to go for a title and surname.
If someone asks you to be more informal with them, then you can go to first name terms.
Read the following word groups aloud several times. Please don't try to learn by heart.
Your subconscious mind will do the job even without your knowledge and rush into your tongue whenever it is required.
Yes, your job is just read these word groups aloud several times.
Addressing people you know.
Most British and American people use their first names in all informal situations.
John.
Mary.
To be more formal, check.
May I call you John?
Do you mind if I call you Mary?
How may I call you?
How can I address you?
To be formal, use titles and surnames.
Mr. Smith.
Mrs. Jones.
Miss Smith.
Addressing strangers.
There is no general word and most people use
Excuse me?
with a man to be very formal or to show that you are inferior, use
Sir.
to be informal or rude, use
Hey you.
Mr.
To be formal to a woman, use
Madam, ma'am.
Miss.
To call a teenager, use
Young man.
Miss, Madam,
To call a young child, use
son,
Sonny.
little girl.
Dear.
To call a policeman, use
Officer.
to call a waiter or barman, use
Waiter.
barman.
To call a waitress or barmaid, use
Miss,
waitress.
with a few others, use the name of the job,
Nurse.
doctor,
Postman.
guard.
Writing letters.
On the envelope, put both names or use titles.
John Smith. Mary Jones.
Mr. John Smith, Miss Mary Jones.
Mr. J. Smith. Miss M. Jones.
Starting the letter to be formal, use
Dear Mr. Smith. Dear Miss Jones.
to be informal, use the first name.
Dear John. Dear Mary.
To be very formal, use
Dear Sir. Dear Madam.